Everyone, this is the dev notes for the 1.01 patch, the first patch after the full release of the game. So let's go ahead and get started and take a look at what the devs have done. So with the version 1.01 patch notes, the changes that have been made. So they have changed the PEEP creature action. It is now E on your keyboard or the right bumper on your controller. This is to ensure the control for set waypoint is not the same key as peeping a creature while in PEEP mode. Weapon and gear stat bars now show smithing enhancements separately from the base values in a distinct color. They added a unique symbol to various labs in the yard for easier identification. Custom game settings that cannot be changed mid-game have icons next to them to signify this status when starting a custom game. Arrows now show attack stat bars when selected in inventory screen. The audio for the crow has been adjusted. Exploding strange spores in the haze now have an audio cue when getting ready to explode. Creatures randomly return to their home locations during players' rest. Hot deposit actions now have audio. Flowering dandelions now drop pollen when they are chopped down. The slime lantern durability has been increased. You will no longer get thirstier while in conversations. This will prevent dying while talking to BURG.L in REDACTED. You can no longer throw your equipment item while in a building placement mode. Players playing multiplayer from the same household should experience lower latencies. Here are some of the crash fixes that they have addressed. Fixed a random crash that could happen when building buildings or chopping foliage. Fixed a random crash that could happen when joining a multiplayer game scenario screen. Fixed a crash dealing with dewdrops on grass. Now let's go ahead and address all these bug fixes that they have updated. Points of interest will now be unlocked more reliably when spotted. Dewdrops knocked off from grass will no longer disappear after a short time. Fixing some lighting issues in the fire anthill. Here's a big one right here. Trinkets that repair weapons now properly work with all weapon types instead of only slashing weapons. Super Venom arrows now have proper world meshes when dropped. Creatures can no longer slide around in their sleeping animation after loading a game. They fixed an audio issue that occurred when loading a save game while underwater. The underwater effect is now properly removed when you exit the water. Fixed issues with missing footstep audio on third person unarmed. Hold run forward animation. The bow damage bars in the UI are more accurate. Corrected the location of the ready icon over the cookery. The mutation related stuff to staff kills will now unlock properly. BURG.L quests no longer display as empty in quest notifications for clients. Bomb arrows no longer leave behind an arrow to pick back up, so when you use it, that arrow is gone forever. Audio logs and other voiceovers can now be heard while player is underwater. The tiger mosquitos no longer fail to reach one of the super mixers when activated. Clients now have better collision with the world while the host is inside a menu. They cleaned up various terrain issues, various interface fixes in various languages. Don't know what that means, maybe they fixed it. Ant audio should be less annoying when large numbers of ants are nearby, or just turn down your audio. Better audio transmissions around the dry grass, pond, and oak tree areas. Cloning a flipped building will enter placement mode with building flipped correctly. The visibility toggle for resources survey overlay in the map UI now actually works. REDACTED has learned how to actually hit targets with attacks. That's good. REDACTED will now remember which player was being followed after a save game is loaded. Orb Weaver Juniors no longer have their legs go up in the air in tight spaces. The sour battle axe recipe should no longer unlock early, not retroactive. Key thing, it is not retroactive. Removing incorrect additional tech chip slot in data tab allows you to 100% the game now. Here are some bug fixes for Xbox. They fixed the mantis pollen attack, rendering solid yellow circles floating in the air. Fixed a crash that could happen when checking Xbox profile settings. And finally, they fixed a crash that could happen when putting the console into standby mode and rebooting into grounded. So there you have it, is the 1.01 patch that is ready to download and install as of yesterday. Go ahead and download it, have fun, enjoy exploring your backyard, enjoy your journey. And if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them below. I am Magic Flying Potato, and I am out.